Hello everyone, thanks for tuning into today's fourth and final video. We're going to have a look at weather for 10-14 days for today's final video. Day 10 will take us to the 6th of January, and we'll be able to set out beyond that with the excellent GFS and ECM ensembles. Maybe on a couple of weeks. We'll have a look at CFS V2 for January itself at the end of the video, and I shall get on that for you in a moment. Just say that first video series, our 6 AM UK weather forecast. We've also released January Friday and Stratwatch episode 4 as well, so please check out all of today's videos and content. Thank you so much everyone for doing that for GavsWeatherVids. Thank you so much everyone. Hope you're having a lovely Christmas Friday, and we're in no man's land now between Christmas and New Year, of course. Always feel very strange, doesn't it, from like the 27th to the 30th, and then New Year, New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, and then we're back to normal after that. Anyway, I'm off on a tangent, so sorry about that. Let's have a look. Central temperature. CT is currently sitting at 7 degrees. That's 2.5 degrees above 61 to 1990 average for visual to yesterday, the 26th of December there. I'm going to think that might come out in the high 6s. It is very chilly in the CT zone today, having an inversion rather unexpectedly. That's producing a lot of fog and quite cold temperatures. So in the end, that might finish up about 6.8, I think. But we shall see. Might come in just underneath 7 degrees. These for GFS upper air temperature and precipitation ensembles next couple of weeks. We're in London today. So upper air temperatures are currently above average. The red line's a 30-year upper air temperature average, by the way. Upper air temperatures are currently above average and very mild. But as the inversion is happening on the surface, for England and Wales anyway, not really for Scotland and Northern Ireland, but for England and Wales an inversion is taking place, and that means it's actually a lot colder on the surface than the upper air temperature would imply. By the weekend we'll start to mix things up as the breeze begins to get up, so it'll turn milder into the weekend, but over the new year, or just after the new year, a little bit of a cold snap showing up. However, that is reduced from yesterday. Remember charts yesterday? We're looking quite epic for maybe a New Year snow event and possibly an extensive cold period. That's flipped quite a lot today. And yes, it's a case of Boxing Day charts catching us out. It's a double-edged sword for me, because if I don't do a video, I get people messaging me to ask why I'm not doing a video. But Boxing Day is always a very, very strange day. And I think that models are impacted by lack of observational data that occurs on Christmas Day due to the lack of flights, you know, because nobody's flying anywhere on Christmas Day normally. So there's much reduced aircraft observational data, and that gets fed back into the computer models, and that does sometimes, well, very often, many years, produce some rather strange and odd-looking charts on Boxing Day. So another year, do you want me to do a Boxing Day video, or should Gav have Boxing Day off and just let the Christmas period, you know, work its way through? Let me know in the comments if you want me to stop doing Boxing Day videos. Anyway, it's an interesting video that we did yesterday, but I probably should have said, but, you know, Boxing Day charts are always very strange. Anyway, beyond that, we find that we get into the second week of January, looking relatively mild, I have to say, in the GFS ensembles now. So a cold snap, still on course for the new year, but not lasting very long, and then back into milder weather. Precipitation-wise, lot of dry weather until the new year, and then more unsettled into January. Let's have a look at snow row. No, not a lot for London. There are a few snow spikes in there, though. What about Birmingham? Well, that's reduced from yesterday quite a lot, but there are still a few snow spikes for Birmingham as well. Temperature anomalies, summer 27th and 7th to 4th of January, a little bit above average. Precipitation anomalies from 27th of December to 4th of January, above average in the north, drier than average through Ireland, England and Wales. Latest weather map of Earth, nullschool.net shows that we've still got high pressure in control and in ascendancy sitting over country. It's a mild ridge, but as I say, there is an inversion going on for England and Wales anyway. Well, that takes us through to chart data. This is latest UK Met Euro run. It's looking midnight on Monday. By then, we're all mild again. We're back into those westerly winds. That will stir up the atmosphere, and so we'll start to realise the mild upper air temperatures on the surface once more. That's New Year's Eve, quite a deep area of low pressure heading in from off the Atlantic. Rather wet and windy from New Year's Eve to New Year's Day. Could even be storming up in the north. And then we do get this cold cold snap at the end of next week. Wind switches back into the north by the 1st to the 2nd of January. However, I think it will only be brief as milder air starts to roll in over the top of the ridge. Icon looks like that again, bathed in those mild southwesterly winds on Monday, rather wet and windy through Tuesday. Another secondary low sweeping in from New Year's Day to 2nd of January. That looks like a New Year's storm. Could get some snow on the northern edge of that low. And then the low clears out through into Friday the 3rd of January, gets wind back round into the north of the northeast, but there's no proper blocking to support that, so very quickly the wind will be backing round into the west and it will be turning milder again for the first weekend of January. KMA looks like that, so all very unsettled over the new year, turning colder as well into the latter stages of next week, only briefly. Well, actually, yeah, KMA is a little bit colder. Having said that, KMA is a little bit colder for about the 3rd to 4th of January and would potentially produce a snow event there 3rd to 4th of January for southern England. So KMA, cold and wintry still for the first week of January. Then milder air though does come back towards the end of the first week of January as the wind gets back into the west once again. But KMA a little bit better if you want some wintry weather during that first week of the new year. GFS midnight run again, bringing what are we doing here? Bringing low pressure in from off the Atlantic through the early part of next week. Mild, wet, and windy for the new year. Then the wind switches into the north from New Year's Day to the 2nd of January, with some snow into the north and to the northeast. We're back into those west-southwesterly winds, though, by the 4th to the 5th of January. That's how it looks as we get beyond the new year, bathed in those mild southwesterly winds then. And the westerlies and the mild weather carries on till the 12th of January. This is how the GFS 6Z looks by comparison. Again, mild, wet, and windy for the new year period. Bit of a cold snap late next week. Very, very, very fleeting. Doesn't even get wind properly into the north. That's getting shunted off into Scandinavia. And then by the 4th of January, we're back into those mild southwesterly winds again. Day 10, we're under a bit of a ridge of high pressure, and that strengthens then into the 7th, 8th of January. I mean, it might produce some frost and fall, but again, that really is a mild ridge. And then we're back into the westerlies again by the 12th of January. Very, very disappointing charts today from a cold perspective. If you enjoyed the video, please do like, share, and subscribe. Thank you to everyone for doing that. Why not drop a comment? Let us know what you think about this and all of our videos and content. And don't forget to tell your friends about GavsWeatherVids. Get them to subscribe too. And we thank you so much everyone for doing that. About 80 subscribers gets us to 19.3k. So if you could give us a sub, that'd be absolutely awesome. Thank you so much. Right, GM again. High pressure level, low pressure level on Monday, rather wet and windy through the New Year period. Looks quite stormy there for the 2nd of January. Could be some snow on the northern side of the low for Scotland. And then the low pressure out into the North Sea by Friday the 3rd. This is a cold northerly wind. Another low dropping in. That sort of keeps things pretty chilly, actually, over the weekend of the 4th, 5th of January, with some potential for snow. However, by day 10, we're back into those mild southwesterlies again. And then the ECM, it looks like that, very mild to begin next week. That carries on into the New Year as well. No New Year's Day snow event with the ECM today, unlike yesterday, but turning quite stormy through New Year's Day into the 2nd of January. That big dartboard low brings severe gale force winds and heavy rain. That will probably be yet another named storm. That gets out of the way, leaves us in a run of colder northerly winds to the 3rd of January. And that's only very brief and pushed aside quickly as the southwesterly wind then is back in by day 10. We can extend out beyond that with the weather outlook. So that chart from weather outlook for the 6th of January is that basically. And we run through and we see that the ECM keeps it mild with winds in from the west and from the southwest all the way up to the 11th of January there. This was a precipitation forecast based on that ECM run from TibetShow.com. So lots of dry weather to come in the south for the next few days. Some heavy rain mode up in the north. Could turn to snow around 30th of December there for Scotland. Stormy from New Year's Day to 2nd of January, quite wet and windy as well. Wintry showers from the north on the 3rd of January, that's all we get, and then we're back into those milder west-southwesterly winds. So a one-day cold snap. This colder into has been reduced to 1 day. We might not even get back with GFS 6 then. It's correct. The models have done it to us again. Right, these are the options on the table though, within the ECM ensembles for day 10. Gets us to the 6th of January. 27 members of the ECM ensembles with a mid-Atlantic ridge going up towards Greenland and still with a drop of low pressure to the east. So these are cold and wintry at day 10, so it's still there, you know, the possibility is still there. 27 going for that, and then 24 including the control and the operational run though, with that high pressure further southwards and milder winds from the Atlantic coming in around the top of the high. And then in 2 weeks time, these are the options that we've got, and it gets us to the 11th of January. 15 members of the ECM ensembles look like that, with high pressure to the north, and around that we will bring the wind in from an easterly direction, so that potentially looks quite cold. We've got 12 with high pressure in the Atlantic, could bring the wind in from a northeast direction, that could be quite cold as well. We've got 9 with high pressure over the coast, it's going to be pretty mild, winds coming up from southwest. We have got 8 with low pressure west-southwest, that's more unsettled and mild as well. And then we've got 7, including the control and the operational run. Well, that looks like it should be quite cold. Let's quickly go back to 2. No, that's how things look there in 2 weeks' time from the ECM operation run. High pressure down towards Spain. That doesn't really look like it's that, does it? No. I don't know. I would say that the operational run should be here. So, I don't know. Anyway, the operational run is mild, and there's only 7 going in that direction. Right, just have a look at the CFS for January. Finally, 700 millibar height on. Remember, these change daily. And today's idea has high pressure dominating. It's centered to the west, so an anticyclonic January. Temperature anomaly is only about average or has no signal, and precipitation wise, no signal for that either. An anticyclonic January, probably relatively mild and dry. We'll see. Right, we're done. If you enjoyed the video, please like, share, and subscribe. Make sure everyone board doing that. Drop a comment. Let's know we think about this on all our videos and content. And don't forget to press about GavsWeatherVids, get them to subscribe to. And we thank you so much, everyone, for doing that. So tomorrow, we're going to have a 6 a.m. UK weather forecast, have a weekend forecast, EC42 day, and a 10 to 14 day as well on your Christmas Saturday. We might be live this evening. Not sure it's funny, isn't it? Should I do a live tonight or not? Or would you rather just have a relaxing night? I mean, I'd rather have a relaxing night, really. But I might be live at half 10. Keep an eye on the GavsWeatherVids socials. And something might pop up a little bit later on. But in any case, we'll end it there. So for today's 10 to 14 day, that's all for now. Thank you so much for watching. Enjoy the rest of your Christmas Friday. And bye for now.